Welcome back. We are here with Steve Gretchen from the Frazee Paint Company today. And Steve, welcome back to the show. Great to have you back on the panel.
Thank you, Steve. Good to be here.
Let's talk a little bit about the Marconi Ranch project now. We talked about a lot of different phases of what the home is going through from start to finish, but let's hear your assessment of what was the condition of the actual exterior of the home from a paint standpoint when you and Kimberly actually inspected it.
Well, when we first got there, typical home built several years ago. The paint was in the heavy stages of chalk and fading and disintegrating and needing
some love.
New love.
Love and attention.
It was exfoliating.
And as we like to say,
it needed a good scrub down.
And as we like to say, the home was crying for paint.
That's right.
I heard that.
Yeah.
It was. I was wondering what I heard.
That's right. I mean, that's what we always tell you. You go out and you see homes like that when, you know, there's a lot of different levels of deterioration, but when one of the signs that obviously this home had actually, it had gone beyond the point of discoloration, especially on the trim color. That's because where you could notice it the most on the wood, where the trim color, it was discolored, but at the same time too, it was so discolored that the sun actually had worn through the paint and you could start seeing some of the actual wood below it. At that point, that's when we like to say it's crying for paint, because if you don't take care of it now,
then it's going to have some wood problems.
It's going to have some serious wood problems, and we're going to be out there doing a lot of fascia board replacement.
Yes, you are. And you probably, from the clips and you've seen that the colors on the trim was very dark. A lot of organic colorants go into making that dark color, and those are very sensitive to ultraviolet, so they're a maintenance issue. You can't let them go indefinitely. They just burn up and then expose the wood. Then the weather gets to the wood, and then you have dry rot movement and then replacement. And it's much more costly to do that than to just maintain the paint.
Exactly.
And you could tell from the south side of the house to the north side of the house the color change in that trim color.
Oh yeah, absolutely. One of the things that we want to stress to all our viewers is that, you know, all painting contractors are not the same and all paint companies are not the same, because it's the quality of the paint that you use, especially when you put on it. I mean, we always talk about prep work, making sure that it's done correctly. That is very important. But again, you could have the greatest prep work and then put a really low-grade paint on just for the sake of trying to keep the price at a point that the customer likes, but you're really doing a disservice for them. I mean, you're going to be able to go back and do that. I mean, okay, you know, they'll be happy now, but 5 years from now, they're not going to be happy. And using all the great products from Frazee, you have choices of quality products to be able to use. And I think some of the products that we're going to be using, one in particular, which is new, is the stucco guard. Tell our viewers a little about the stucco guard.
Well, typically here, when you do a stucco project, you need to wait 30 days to fully cure the stucco. And that includes 3 to 4 times a week keeping the stucco hydrated. Otherwise, if it dries too quickly, it cracks. You also have a pH issue where the pH is so high that it burns the colorant and you have color distortion. So Stucco Guard is a product that goes into the pores of the stucco and slows the hydration down. It lets it cure naturally and slowly, eliminating the cracking, also encapsulating the pH, so when the water in the paint hits it, it's not reactivated. And so you have a much nicer finish, a lot longer life on your stucco.
That is very important to be able to know what to use, when to use it, and again, going down to your big box store and just going to buy any brand that you may like is not the answer. Knowing what you're putting on on your home for your project is so very important, and you've got great staff over at all the Frazee stores in the Valley. So if you are in need of any information at all, how can our viewers contact Frazee?
Well, we want to look up www.frazeepaints.com and then click on Arizona, and you'll get all of our store locations that way.
Okay, and pretty much there's a Frazee paint store within driving distance, short driving distance from wherever you are here in the Valley. So check them out and make sure you also find out information on our website at imagehomeimprovementshow.com, or call us at 1-800-ASK-A-PRO. That's 1-800-275-2776. And stay tuned for more information as we transform the Marconi Ranch project.